Yep, go to YouTube and SBI Media. Test, 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 test. This is a test, watching Evanston and Rock Springs play.
Welcome volleyball fans to Evanston High School. Brandy Taylor here with Patience Jenkins on SVI Media, bringing you regional 4A West volleyball. Lady Braves slated to play at 6 o'clock, and obviously that is not the case. We are still in the match before that between the Evanston Lady Red Devils and Rock Springs Lady Tigers. They are in the fourth set. Patience, have you got scores for the other three of this match?
I am tricky, and I have the scores for the first and third, and I missed the second one. Evanston took the first one, 25-15. Obviously, they won the second one, 25 to something. I will try to hunt that score down.
It was similar to that first one.
And then Evanston dropped the third set, 19-25, and here we are on the fourth set. 7-5, Rock Springs trails by 2. Biter just serves.
Yeah, so we've been watching these two play here for a little while, and Evanston seemed to be in control for those first two sets, and then Rock Springs kind of
came
out of
alive,
nowhere.
Yeah.
And, you know, Evanston maybe with a little letdown. They're sitting comfortable with a 2-0 lead. That happens in this sport, especially at this level, at any level, really, but Rock Springs staying in there, 7-6 right now. I'm sorry, we don't have a scoreboard on there today. We will do our best to keep you posted on the score as we go along here. So, yeah, we're just going to sit back and watch this a little bit. We'll kind of try to keep you filled in on the score. And Critchfield, we know, is the setter from Evanston, doing a really nice job running the offense for them. And they get the ball back with an 8-6 lead. Robertson back to serve for the Devils. This match seems to be turning into a little bit of a rotation matchup. We see when certain players get front row, their team racks up some points, and then there's a letdown and it goes the other direction. So right now, this is turning into a close one. We thought this was probably going to be fairly quick.
That is true. Rock Springs came in with a not great record.
Yeah, number 4 seed, right, out of the Northwest.
And Evanston coming in as number 1, and so we felt like this would be a quick match. But as Dorn Erickson always says, you never know what's going to happen at tournaments. So here we go.
Tournament time is crazy. Anything can happen at tournament time. And a little bit, I think maybe a lot just kind of goes to who's peaking at the right time and who's playing well, who's healthy. this time of year is a big factor for these teams.
And I'm going to throw mental toughness in there as well, because there feels like there's so much pressure when you go into regionals or state, and sometimes those kids that are mentally prepared do really well.
Yeah, your kids that have been here before, they've been in this situation, they've been able to fight through it, and your younger players that have never experienced this setting can tighten up, have that anxiety. So yeah, mental toughness is a big deal, a big factor at regional tournaments and state tournaments. So we're still in the first round of the regional tournament here. Tied 9-9, Evanston and Rock Springs. That ball's out, but they are going to call it touch, so Rock Springs will get the point. Let's go over the first round, the scores from earlier today, if you've got those handy. If you're keeping up to date on WHSAA, had 3 matches so far. This is the 4th of the day.
Yeah, and so we started off with Kelly Walsh and Riverton. We caught the end of that game as we rolled into Evanston. That was a sweep. Kelly Walsh coming out on top, 25-11, 25-18, and then the last set was 25-9. So light work for Kelly Walsh, and they advance.
As we figured they probably would.
As we knew, yeah, that they would. The second match was our Star Valley against Natrona, and if you haven't heard, we won that in 4, which was awesome for the Lady Braves.
Lady Braves winning the first 2. Second one was close, right?
It was close.
Had to squeak that one out.
Well, let me roll through these scores really quick, and then we can kind of talk about what happened. So Star Valley took the first set 25-22, the second set 27-25. That was a battle.
It was close.
We dropped the third set 19-25, and then the fourth set was 25-19. And Addie Christensen, we said we were going to give a shout out to her. She played some really tough ball.
Addie did play well. She had some really nice shining moments on both offense and defense for the Lady Braves. So Lady Braves pull that out in 4. There was a couple moments there we were a little tight, right? Little fingers crossed and biting the lip, but Lady Braves come out on top and advance to the semifinal match, which will be coming up after this one.
Yeah, against Kelly Walsh. So both of those teams advance. The third match that we had was against Green River and Jackson. Green River coming out on top of that one. 25-21, 25-19, and 25-12 for a sweep, so they advance. And we will know who they play momentarily when we find out who will win this 4th match of the day against Evanston and Rock Springs.
Yeah, so if you're just tuning in, Evanston leads 13-10 here in the 4th set. Timeout just called by Rock Springs. And with a win here in set 4, Evanston will advance to the semifinal. If Rock Springs can pull this out, we'll go another one. We'll go 5 and play to 15.
And it looks like Evanston hasn't used any of their timeouts. Rock Springs has 1.
We are underway again. There's a nice pass by the Tigers. That ball does not clear the net. That's a 4 contact violation. So Evanston goes up 14-10.
And I believe this is Kohler serving.
Another good serve. There's a lunch ball for the Devils. They fight over it and
hammer it down. Yeah,
that was a good one. They're looking at each other like, oh, is that yours? Is that me?
Doesn't matter. We'll take it.
I wanted it more. 15-10. Good pass. There's a tip from the setter. Devils are ready. Critchfield will send it back herself. She's good at that. Tigers will scramble. Here comes the Lady Devils offense. There's a nice slide around the back, but the Tigers handle it. Oh, and cannot get it over again.
Tried to tip it over, tipped it into the net, so Evanston up 16-10. Rock Springs calling their second and final timeout of the 4th set.
Yep, down by 6 in the 4th. Coach Biter says, let's talk about things again before it gets out of reach.
Coach, let's talk about the atmosphere here. Evanston is kind of a fun place to come and play. It's loud.
I'm going to disagree with that.
Not fun as a player, but like it's
as an opponent, no. Fun. But yes, the student body
Well, stick
always in
with me.
attendance.
Here's what I was getting to. We are up in the media box with a gentleman that
In the nosebleed.
yes, that I have never met before, and I should have caught his name. He's been super friendly
Very.
and helpful, but he runs the music
He's the DJ up here.
for Evanston, and he does a fantastic job.
Oh,
So it's been
agreed.
fun.
We've been dancing. We've been jiving.
Seth Jenkins came up, showed some sweet moves.
Right. He's doing a phenomenal job. We didn't actually realize that he was running the music till we'd been up here for a little while, and he said he's got 2 daughters that have educated him on some good music, so
Well, he kills it.
they've done well.
And that's what I was alluding to. You stole like my thunder. He makes it
Okay.
a fun atmosphere with the
Right,
music
the music. Okay, I gotcha.
on enemy territory.
17-10, Evanston with a 7-point lead. Make that 8 as the wheels kind of coming off the bus here for Rock Springs in the 4th set. Evanston can taste it. Decent pass that time, and they're going to call 2 contacts on that set. It was a little late on the call, but it was the right call. Did not come out clean at all there for the Tigers. 19-10. Bad pass. Tigers scramble and cannot get it back over. So 20-10. I think Devils are on probably about a 8-point run here. So the Tigers will make a substitution.
In comes Condi as Rock Springs is out of timeouts, trying to slow it down, and it worked.
Totally worked. Substitution threw that server out of her groove, and she serves one into the net.
Thomason will go out, and Noel will check in.
20-11. Rock Springs leads by 9. Jump serve. Critchfield comes off the net, goes out to Lawler. She's blocked. Critchfield with the tip. Ooh, and they're going to call a lift. Good effort there by the Tigers. Just couldn't keep it clean.
We previously had a conversation about Critchfield and her sneaky sets that she likes to push over at.
Super experienced setter, right? She's been a setter, varsity setter for 4 years. She's played the game a lot. She knows the court. She knows where those sidelines are. And she
knows how to time it.
Yeah, she's crafty.
Her timing as well.
Yeah, knows when to do it, when not to do it. 22-11. Back row swing from Bider. Critchfield will go all the way out to Lawler again. Power tip. Tight ball. Nope, that hits the pin. Point goes to the Devils, 23-11. So 2 points away from Red Devils advancing to the semifinal match. There's a serve into the net. That will be the second semifinal match tonight after the first one coming up next, which is Star Valley and Kelly Walsh. Slated for 7:30, but it'll be later than that. We are behind schedule. There's a kill from Lawler, and that brings it to match point for the Devils. Critchfield will go back to serve. Here's a good pass from the Tigers out to Bider. She swings hard on the angle and gets the kill. Well, that was a rocket. Coming in hot. So the Tigers stay alive.
And Thomas checks in to serve for the Tigers, and Schweitzer checks in as well.
Ooh, there's a tough overhead pass. Devils do get it over with a free ball. Tigers will swing from the outside, and that's long. No touch.
And that will be all she wrote. So 25-13 on this fourth set. Evanston advances. They will be playing Green River tonight at 7:30. So now we have a time that's not even right.
No, it will not be 7:30.
It's going to be late, so be prepared for that.
Yeah, it'll be at least 8 o'clock, if not later, depending on how this next semifinal match goes. So we're going to keep it right here as the Lady Braves take the court for their warm-up. Kelly Walsh, Lady Trojans, getting ready to take their side also.
Let's talk about some games that will be happening in the morning. We have those set up. 9
Yeah.
o'clock, Riverton and Atrona will play to see who advances. The regional tournament, you have to win at least 2 games to qualify for state. And then after that, you go in for seeding. And then Jackson and Rock Springs are slotted at 10:30. And then, of course, however this pans out tonight, we'll know who else will be playing. On the other side of the state, Laramie, obviously number 1, had
Yeah.
a bye their first match.
So they only have 7 teams in their region on the east side of the state. So yeah, the number 1 seed gets a bye, and that's obviously Laramie.
Yeah, and Natrona and K-Dub kind of flip-flop coming over here, but we have them both on our side this time. Cheyenne East advances over Cheyenne Central in 4 sets. Sheridan advances over Campbell County in 3, and then Thunder Basin battles Cheyenne South in 4 sets, and they come out on top. So that is kind of what's happening on the other side of the state.
Yeah, still a lot of volleyball left to go before we know how the state bracket's going to turn out for next week. That is Thursday, Friday, and Saturday next week in Casper at the Ford Event Center.
Good job.
Ford,
Good
it's
job.
not the Event Center.
It's the Ford.
Is it? The Event Center, sorry. I always mess that up, you know, without fail. Oh, the name of it.
Oh my gosh.
Wyoming Ford Center? No, that's not it either.
Give me a second, I'll look it up.
It'll come to us. Anyways, we have Lady Braves warming up here with Kelly Walsh Trojans. These two have played each other once. Kelly Walsh swept the Lady Braves earlier this season. You know, this team of the Trojans of Jeff, and I just blanked on his name, sorry. They are very experienced, veteran players. They play a lot of volleyball in the off season, and it shows. Ford Wyoming Center, thank you for looking that up. I was close, I just had it twisted around.
It still counted, it was good.
So this is definitely going to be a test for the Lady Braves as they've faced the Trojans before, and it was quick. It was a sweep. And as I was saying, these Trojans, let's see, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seniors, it looks like, on their roster. Yep, 5 seniors on their roster, and all of them have played varsity for 2, if not 3 years.
Well, I'm willing to bet majority of them have put in at least 3 on
And
that
then
varsity squad.
You've also got some young players like Gia Ireland, just a sophomore.
She does
who
not
is
play like a
outstanding.
sophomore.
Right, outstanding.
And they use her all the way around. She sets from the back row, she hits on the front row, she hits in different areas on the front row. She's a phenomenal athlete.
She is, for just a sophomore. She is amazing, and like you say, plays like a veteran and is an asset for this team. So yeah, loaded with talent. Gonna give the Lady Braves all they can handle and then some.
And Kelly Walsh runs a 6-2. They do a really good job of using all of the kids in the best spots. I think that their coach does a phenomenal job running his girls.
Yeah, Jeff Barkell, I was trying to remember his last name, and we've talked about him before. He has been at Kelly Walsh forever, right?
Forever, yeah, but he really is fantastic.
He does a great job, and like I say, these girls play a lot of volleyball, and that's what this game is about, is just getting a ton of reps, right?
Yes, for sure, and you can see that they have got plenty of reps in. But Star Valley Lady Braves playing some gritty ball, changing lineup, doing a few things different. We'll see how that pans out as we face Kelly Walsh here in about 12 minutes.
Yeah, you know, we talked about that on the way here too. Just these Lady Braves, they have nothing to lose. You know, they played well the first round, got through that one, which is sometimes super hard, especially with a young lineup on the court, and you know, pulled it out in 4, got through some adversity, and you know, kind of got that
First game jitters out.
yeah, and you know, you get that sigh of relief. Okay, that one's out of the way. Now let's get back to what we do. Let's move on to this next opponent, who is obviously a tough one, but there's no reason these Lady Braves cannot play with the Trojans
No,
tonight.
and I hope that our girls, like what we've talked about, show up and play some gritty ball and surprise
And just go
Kelly
for it,
Walsh,
yeah.
right? I think that Kelly Walsh is in a place where we could actually surprise them if we decided to play.
And this group of girls we've talked a little bit about too is fun to watch because they're having a good time. They celebrate big plays. There's lots of smiles going on all the time. You can just tell the chemistry is positive, right?
It is, and sometimes we talked about how refreshing that is to see on the Lady Braves court. Sometimes we see that, sometimes we don't. This year we're seeing it. It's such a huge, crucial part of the game, that excitement that just helps the momentum swing and stay with you.
Yeah.
Like you like the fun and just celebrating is a big part of the game.
It is, and that's what builds memories, right, for down the road is the fun that you have with your teammates and the relationships that you build with them and your coaches. You know, this Star Valley coaching staff has worked so hard this season to get through some adversity and pull this group of girls together in kind of a different look, a different lineup here in the last part of the season, and they're definitely growing in the right direction. And we felt like, you know, on our last broadcast, that last home game at Star Valley,
the best I've ever seen them play.
Ended on a great note, and you know, you talk about teams peaking at the right time. We just feel like these girls are climbing towards that peak every game right now, and October's the time you want to do it.
Right.
I guess it's November now, though.
I know. Well, they switched it. It used to be in October.
Yeah.
And now we do go into November.
Yeah, it seems like things are a week later than usual this year. You know, this week, normally we'd be in Casper at the state tournament for Halloween and the time change. That's always the case. You're at state volleyball for trick-or-treating, and the time change happens on that last day. And
right.
Instead, this year, we're at regionals.
And in addition to that, usually state football and state volleyball are happening at the same time, and not
pretty
this
close.
year.
Yep, pretty close.
The boys are at home playing Lander.
Yeah.
And I haven't checked the score for a while. We've been scrambling with our computer. But
it was pretty. Yeah, well, we apologize for not bringing you that first match earlier today. Our laptop decided to call it a season.
Done. It was
Yeah.
done. It handed in its jersey.
It did. It turned it in and said no more for me.
Even though we coaxed it as much as we could, it was a no-go.
We babied it for sure, didn't we? And
she wasn't having it.
She was not gonna do it for us. And we ended up making a Walmart run and getting a new laptop, and here we are. And thank you to David Kazer for all your help, your patience. We got Sage Jacobson running things for us remotely right now, doing a great job. And without those guys, obviously this would never happen.
No.
So shout out to the SVI boys for being patient with us,
yes.
because
this is not our gig.
We are not savvy when it comes to broadcasting technology, but in our defense, this was not our doing today. This was just that laptop was done. There was nothing we could do to fix it. Nothing anyone could do to fix it. So
yeah, we even had Evanston's tech guy up here, and he just
did.
Walked away and said, "Sorry, ladies, not gonna happen."
He says there's nothing I can do to help you either. So yeah, here we are with a brand new laptop, and that's always fun going through that setup process. But luckily we had some time.
Yeah, and it's working. And a shout out to Seth Jenkins. He's usually our legs when we come to this stuff, and he was again today.
Mr. Reliable. That's what we like to call him.
Old
and
trusty.
He made us another run or two, got what we needed, and he loves Walmart.
He
you
does.
know,
He's
so
a big fan.
we may send him back a couple more times to Walmart.
He likes the online service.
The friendly service. We're being a little facetious, but if you know, you know, and we love Seth and all he does to help us out on these trips. He is our gopher for sure. So we are about 7 minutes away from game time here. Lady Braves set to take on the Kelly Walsh Trojans. So the Trojans come in as the #1 seed from the northwest side. Lady Braves come in as the #2 seed from the southwest side. So this is a 1-2 matchup.
And Kelly Walsh only losing to Laramie during the season.
Yeah.
They're the only ones that took a set from Laramie, which is pretty impressive.
Right, right. So
You know?
that's a high level of volleyball that those two teams are playing. And, you know, at this point in the season, you know you're going to play good teams. So why not play the best and see where you're at and give them a run? And, you know, Lady Braves are healthy right now. They
knock on wood.
Yeah, definitely knock on some wood. They got everybody firing on all cylinders. Rotation is set. Got some great back row kids in Maya Allred and Miley Webb.
And Cameron
Mackey is that libero, yeah.
You know, doing a phenomenal job as libero, covering a lot of ground and you know, just doing some really good things.
Right. Libero.
I know.
You hear it called both. I do believe technically it's libero if you look it up in the dictionary, but I just can't say it that way, right?
I always feel like an imposter when I try like libero.
It doesn't sound
right.
It
just doesn't ever. I'm from Wyoming, so I'll just say libero.
It's kind of that crick and creek thing again, right? And tomato, but Cameron Mackey, the Lady Braves libero, just rolls off the tongue a little better, I think. She has done a great job since putting on that different colored jersey a few weeks ago, and we really like her movement in the back row. She reads things well. She is not afraid to lay out for a ball.
No, and I already said that, but she covers so much ground, and she's so fast.
Yeah,
and she gets to a lot of balls.
She does. She runs a lot of stuff down, and then serve receive. We know serve receive is key for the Lady Braves, and these Trojan servers are going to give the Lady Braves all they can handle on serve receive. They serve the ball well. They serve it tough. The ball floats. They move it short. They move it deep.
They serve the seams.
Yeah.
They pick on players who are struggling. I mean, everything they do is super strategic.
Right, and the Lady Braves are going to have to be on the top of their game with serve receive, you know, to stay in this match. And again, that last match we broadcast at home, we were super impressed with how well the Lady Braves passed the ball. And when we're passing well, things just start to click. Everything else goes well, too.
That's
it seems
volleyball
like.
101, though,
Yeah.
right there, right? Like, your game is only as good as your serve, receive, and passing in general.
And then I think serving-wise, too, the Lady Braves have got to serve some tough balls themselves and get some of those easy points by either picking up an ace or at least getting the Trojans out of system so they can't be attacking you from all three positions, right?
Well, and we know Kelly Walsh is going to get, you know, they're going to fight, but I don't want them to be able to pick up any easy ones. That would be my goal for the Lady Braves is no easy points. We make Kelly Walsh fight for every single point that they get because we know we're going to have to fight for every one that we get.
Well, and those unforced errors just seem to give the other team momentum, right? Especially a couple in a row.
Right. It's just too easy.
Right. And that's something we talked about in that first match with Natrona. Natrona had a good chunk of unforced errors and just gave the Lady Braves a lot of points. And then that gave them the momentum and the confidence to just keep pushing, keep your foot on the gas. And I think that was key in their success. So we're down to about 3 minutes here on the warm-up clock. I believe Kelly Walsh will have the serve. They did get to warm up on the net first, so we'll get starting lineups, I'm sure, here shortly. And Trojans will be serving to start the match. Lady Braves finishing up another minute or so of their on the net, on the court warm up. Then they'll go to some serving. And we will be underway. Yeah, we're only an hour behind schedule. Hey.
An hour schmour.
Yeah. What's an hour when you're at a volleyball tournament?
Right.
Flies by pretty quick.
Do you have a score for the football game? Have you pulled that up?
Let me pull it up. I just had it a minute ago.
Because when you looked at it, it was second quarter 25-0, yes?
It was 25-0, and let's see, it was almost halftime, so it very well could be halftime. I will pull that back up real quick and see what that score is. I'm sure a lot of you are tuning into that and watching that.
Probably split screening it, right? So they can watch this and the football.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. That's probably what I'd be doing if I was sitting at home on my comfy couch watching watching football and volleyball.
Yeah, especially like it's cold up home.
Yeah, those guys out there supporting the Braves in the cold. Good on ya. That's got to be chilly tonight there in Star Valley.
And we have a minute 30 left. Lady Braves are serving.
I've got, boy, can that be right? 52-0 in the fourth quarter. That's got to be right.
That's got to be right.
Fourth quarter, 52-0. Braves with a commanding lead over Lander in the first round of the playoffs. So they'll obviously be hosting again and next week for the second round. So fun to watch the Braves this year in football with an undefeated season. They had a couple really close games. The rest have been pretty much like this one, just total domination. So congrats to the football team and coaches. They're doing a great job. 120 kids out for football from freshmen to seniors this year. And, you know, we were just noticing watching the game a little bit ago, and other games too, you look at the sideline of the other team and it's pretty scarce. You look at the Braves and there are
We have a village, a football village standing on the sideline, but I love it.
It just shows you where that program is now, right? Kids want to be a part of it because it is successful and it's fun and it's a great positive experience, and that's what it's about at this level.
Right, and much to my dismay, I never got to be part of the football program. However, I got to be a fill-in mom a couple of weeks ago, and I was able to sit in with the coaches and their kids, and the football players talked about a lesson that they had learned by playing football. They couldn't talk about a play, they couldn't talk about defense, just something that they learned that would be applicable in their life, and I walked away so impressed with the coaches and with the kids that play football for Star Valley High School. It was a really cool experience and was glad to be a part of that. And we are almost ready for starting lineups. Officials are checking the antennas.
Yeah, that's always good. Make sure those are straight
and
strapped
connected.
on there.
How many times have you seen one fall off? Several.
It does happen, for sure. Bill Thompson hustling back over to his spot. And
like
we're
a speedy gazelle.
Right.
All right, Lady Braves getting their starting lineup announced first. Number 2, junior and setter, Hallie Hokinson. Junior number 4, libero Cameron Mackey. Junior defensive specialist, Miley Webb. Junior defensive specialist, Maya Allred. Junior middle blocker, Ruby Hill. Sophomore middle blocker, Avery England. And senior outside hitter, Shayla Frazier. Frage Dog is in the house.
Frage Dog gonna get it done.
And for Kelly Walsh. Senior number 1, Jordan Kroger, outside hitter. Sophomore number 2, Gia Ireland, setter. Well, I'm going to say all positions.
Yeah, she does it all.
Number 9, junior Noah Hodgen, setter. Number 11, Brecken Fago, she is a junior. Senior 13, Kendall Allaire.
6-foot senior.
Senior number
14.
14, Micaiah Humphreys.
Freshman. Number 15.
Thank you. Lillian Hudson.
5'10" freshman. All right, we have starting lineups. Coaching staff for the Trojans. We talked about Jeff Barkell, been there a long time. Assistants Brittany King, Vivian Beck, and Bryn Cantrell. Coaching staff for the Lady Braves.
Sunny Brown as our varsity. Gina Hokinson, JV. Kaylin Schwab, sophomore. Paige Toomer, freshman. And then Ruby
Arnold,
thank you, as a volunteer assistant coach.
Great group of folks there running the Star Valley Volleyball program.
They bring a lot of excitement. They're excited to go. Pass that on to our girls. Be ready.
Shout out to a couple managers down there, Gracie Jackson and, you got to help me out.
Kavery Dockstetter is down there as well.
Yep, those two done a great job for the Lady Braves this season. They're loyal managers. That is a thankless job.
You know, and they put in so much time. Josh Frazier last week talked to us about the little Jackson girl, Gracie.
Yeah.
How she has never missed a practice. She stats for them. She does whatever they need.
Yeah, she travels with them.
Travels and just, you know, when you find a good one, you know.
Yep. And
when you have a bad one, you also know.
Those two are definitely good ones and very sweet girls also. So we are set to get underway here. Trojans will get the first serve. Looks like Noah Hodgen,
yeah.
a 5'6" junior. She's probably going to have setting duties after she serves here, I believe. So Hodgen with the serve, and we are underway here at the regional tournament. Mackey with a good pass. Middle to England. Roll shot is dug. There's Ireland with a power tip. She is that sophomore
that we've been bragging on, and there she goes, striking first.
Right, doesn't even hesitate to get her team a point right off the bat. Hodgen will serve again. Mackey passes again, out to Frazier. There's a hitting error in the net. So Trojans go up 2-0 very quickly. Hodgen, she steps back in that is about as far right as she can
in that
get
corner, right?
to serve.
And coming cross angle, that's super hard to receive.
There's Webb with a perfect pass out to Frazier.
Whoa!
Boom!
There we go. That set was better. Shea was able to swing.
And how about the perfect pass by Webb?
So pretty, and we already talked about that. Good passing equals good volleyball.
Allred comes out. Addie Christensen checks in on the front row.
And Hallie Hokinson serves.
There's a pass by the libero. Here's a quick middle. That's out. 13 is Kendall Allaire. She did some damage when the Trojans came to town in Afton. I remember that name. They run that quick middle with her very effectively. Hodgen's going to go outside to Ireland. Down the line off the net. Hokinson's there. Mackey bump sets way out to Frazier. That's outside the antenna, though.
The officials are on it, so side out.
It was a little far out for Shea to try to bring that back. 3-2,
and
Trojans up.
Hudson goes back to serve.
This is the freshman. Here's Frazier with a good pass. Hokinson will give it back to her in the middle. Triple block, dug up. Oh, and Shayla goes up
in
on
the middle.
lunch ball.
Yeah.
She stayed there instead of transitioning out.
Which was a good heads-up play,
It
as that
was.
she knew that was going to be a lunch ball for Kelly Walsh to pound down. Shea Frazier will serve.
She's played some middle, so she knows how to block out of there. Here comes Hodgson. She'll give it out. Roll shot. Pancake. Nope, they say she does not get under that.
And that was Kroger on the outside.
Jordan Kroger, a senior, 5'8" senior outside hitter.
And number 11, Fago checks in for Kelly Walsh.
Ooh, that's a good serve. Handled well by Peyton. Hallie will back set to Addie Christensen. She covers it herself. Braves scramble. Back row swing from Frazier. Here comes Kroger on the outside. Down the line. And off of Hokinson's one fist.
Hard down the line.
Yeah, 5-3. Allaire serves again. Nice pass by Mackey. Quick outside to Peyton Hokinson. Oh, Trojans almost play that up.
But Peyton's going to kick up a kill. That was a nice high swing from her. Some good passing from Mackey. Mackey will also rotate back to serve. Ruby Hill checks in.
Ruby's been playing well lately. Short serve, trouble for the Trojans. They do get it over, played out of the net very well. Here's Peyton Hokinson on the swing. Hodgson goes out to Kroger, two-handed tip. Peyton's there. Hallie will back set to Addie. Sharp angle.
That was
There's
a heck of an angle.
Wow.
Hello.
Yeah. That was pretty. It was tight, and Addie with her athleticism went up and cut that inside the block. Nice job.
Cameron serves deep this time, handled by Kelly Walsh. Out to
Ooh.
Ireland.
Oh, little missed time there. Hodgson with the back set. She's gonna go to Ireland a lot in this rotation.
Well, and we have a hole in the middle. She was going for it.
Yep.
She could see it.
5-6, Braves with the lead. Another bad pass, so here's Kroger 10 feet off. Block played up by the Braves. Hallie will send it deep. Ireland will take the set out to Kroger. Blocked and tooled out of bounds. We saw Addie with a couple nice blocks earlier today. She reached over and had strong hands.
Turned them into the court.
Oh, well, they were pretty, very pretty blocks. She's starting to figure that out. Ooh, that's a nice serve, handled well by Frazier. Peyton swings from off the net. Here's the right side. There's the lefty, number 5, Madden Waring? I wonder if that's a typo. Is that Madeline maybe? 5'10" junior,
sure,
sorry.
Waring.
She gets the kill. She's the lefty. Lady Braves out of system. Free ball. Short ball sent all the way back over. Mackey's ready. Back set to Christensen. Oh, and she's blocked by Kroger. I like Addie's idea of trying to go down the line there. She's had success with that shot.
And I'm not disappointed in that. She's been swinging hard, and I want her to keep swinging.
Yeah, Kroger was just there waiting for her. Braves out of system again. Frazier swings long on that one from the back row. 9-6, Trojans up by 3.
Lady Braves need to have a stop right now. We need a pass and we need a side out.
Ireland's got a very quick tempo serve, and there it shows, right?
It is a rocket.
It really is. She's got some heat on it. It's definitely moving. That
And
one was
it's
in
so
the seam.
flat. It's so flat.
Coach Brown says, let's talk about things. Trail by 4. So overall, Lady Braves hanging in there and playing well early on in this set. I can't say I'm disappointed in anything. And obviously right now, Ireland with the rocket serve, giving the Lady Braves a little bit of fits. But as long as they can get behind that ball and get it up there in an area where Hallie can get her hands on it, they should be able to get a swing, hopefully out of this timeout, and get a side out and get her off that serving line.
Well, Coach Brown taking her time so that Ireland has some time to think about her serve. And we're ready to go.
Just one timeout used for the Lady Braves. Here comes Ireland
That's
again.
a foot fault,
There
I'm
it
pretty
is.
sure. So
it was close.
that goes to Coach Brown as a stat for the timeout. Coach's point.
You bet.
Maya Allred checks in. Addie Christensen checks out.
Allred, she's a whippersnapper. I like when she comes in the game. Brings a lot of energy. Here's a big swing from the lefty on the outside. Waring. Nice jump set from Ireland. Waring not afraid to swing with that big left arm, and she jumps well too.
She does, and that left hand, man.
It's
Oh,
so
to be a
tough.
lefty and to play volleyball.
Right. Especially coming from the outside, it's just such a weird angle. Allred with a good pass. Out to Peyton Hokanson. Dug up by the Trojans. Libero will bump set. Dug by Frazier. Free ball, Lady Braves, and that's out of bounds. Peyton kind of trying to go for that corner, I think, and didn't realize her court awareness where things were. I'd like to see her go for that opposite corner. Give herself a little, or give herself a little more
stretch
court.
the court out, right? Bus serves again.
Ooh, another good serve handled well by Mackey. Out to Peyton Hokanson. Dug by the Trojans, little out of system. They're still going to get a swing, and that's out.
And we'll take that.
That time, yeah, that was Brecken Fago, the sophomore, out of the middle with the hitting error. But Trojans, you know, just when you think they're out of system, they still get a swing, a pretty good swing. 12-8. Trojans up by 4. Ireland's going to back set this time. Big swing there from
Kroger.
No, that was 11. Kroger's just checking in.
Oh.
Yeah, that was Brecken Fago again. Yeah, Kroger just came back in on the back row there.
All right.
Both of them have ones in their number, though.
We're very far away.
We are a mile up here. Frazier with the swing, dug up. No touch. That's 4 contacts by the Trojans. So 13-9. Braves get it back. Trail by 4. Hanging in there in this first set. Ruby Hill to serve. Ireland comes off the net. She'll go outside. Down the line, dug by Webb. Pushed over by Hokanson. Ireland's going to back set this time to the lefty Waring. Webb with another nice dig. Here's
Off
England.
a touch.
Gets the hands. What about the 2 digs by Miley Webb in the right back position?
She just was sitting in the most perfect spot.
Waiting for it. Read it well. Handled it well. Kept it in a spot where...
Definitely not playing like a noob. No noob for Miley.
Not anymore. They've got enough experience now. They're not noobs anymore. There's a sharp angle that time. Is that Allaire again?
That is Allaire here.
Kendall Allaire, she knows how to change the angle on that
I
swing.
would prefer for her to not get warmed up.
Agreed. She can do some damage. We've seen that.
Hodgen will go back to serve. That puts Ireland front row.
Yep, she'll rotate to that right side where she will swing and block well. Webb with a good pass. Outside to Frazier. Tries to go soft. Didn't realize she was 5 feet off the net, and roll shot was about 4 feet. So once you realize where you're at, you can make that adjustment, and I think Shea thought she was closer to the net than she was. Here's Webb with another good pass. Hokanson will go to Frazier again.
There we
Better
go.
timing and a big high swing that time.
And a better set. She had more options. She kept it high. It looked really nice. Peyton Hokanson to serve. Addie Christensen checks in. Or Hallie to serve.
serving.
I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
was just going to say, yep, Hallie. Here's Allaire. Triple block, and the Braves get her.
Avery England.
Shayla Frazier.
Shayla Frazier, thank you. And Addie all in on that block.
Yep, the wall up there. Ireland with the pass. Hodgen will give it back to her, and that's out. No touch. So 15-13. Braves close it to within 2.
Nice
Another
serve.
good serve there from Hallie. Lunch ball. Oh,
Oh.
Avery jumped too soon, but she got
She
it.
wanted it.
Oh.
Flutter kicking, hang
Total
time,
flutter
right?
kick.
But she gets it, so let's
Wow.
go, Ave.
You gotta love that smile she always has too on those plays. It's just ear to ear. 15-14. Hodgson's gonna go out to Ireland.
Oh, down the line.
She finds the corner.
And
It's
just
there.
a tiny bit off speed.
Right, and I think she was almost early, so she took a little off of it wisely and placed it very, very well. 16-14.
Hudson will serve.
Good serve, nice pass by Frazier. Bump set to Christensen, dug by, ooh, and that's a nice effort there by the Trojans, and Kroger falls into the scoring table but gets up okay. Glad to see that. 16-14.
Shea Frazier rotates back. Peyton Hoganson checks in front row. Miley Webb has a seat.
Deep serve sends the libero backpedaling. Kroger's still going to swing at it, but that's a hitting error into the net.
And we are tied at 16. I just like that we're just pecking away, just slow and steady.
Hanging in there, playing with them. Short serve. Oh, just about gets it. Boy, that was close.
It was so close.
I mean, 2 inches from crossing or from dribbling over and being an ace.
It just needed a little blow.
Just a little. Super close. 17-16. Trojans up by 1.
Allaire serves.
And there's the dribbler we were just talking about.
She gets it. Somebody must have blew at the right time for her because she
right.
does get the dribbler.
Trojans got the blow there, and they lead 18-16. Allaire will serve again. Allaire, a senior, 6-foot senior. Deep one, played well above her head by Mackey. Back set to Christensen, knuckleballs that one over. Out to Kroger. Ooh, down the line. Lands in front of Frazier there. That had
some heat.
That had some pepper on it. Timeout, Coach Brown. She'll take her second one as it's 19-16. Yeah, that kill from Kroger, that was a slay. She absolutely slayed the ball. They may need to check it for the correct amount of air pressure now, as she got a hold of it, right?
Correct.
And she has a beautiful approach and just a beautiful contact on the ball. She keeps it out in front of her so well, and obviously some beautiful sets from Ireland.
Well, that's what, when you watch Kelly Walsh, all of these girls are so fundamentally sound.
Very.
Like everything they do, even when they're out of system, they're not really out of system.
Right.
It doesn't seem to phase them too much. And that is because they are fundamentally sound and because they have so much experience.
They've just touched the ball a lot, and their ball control is just head and shoulders above most teams at this level, and that's why they're successful.
Lady Braves with no more timeouts. Kelly Walsh still has 2. Allaire will serve.
19-16, Trojans up by 3. We're in set 1 here at this first semifinal at 4A West Regionals. Braves look at each other, and Hoganson plays that over. Back set to Ireland, no blocker, and nice dig by Mackey. Hoganson sets to her sister, and that's dug by Humphreys. Hodgen out to Kroger. Oh, and it's out.
We'll take it.
Wow, what a beautiful tip. She knew the spot was there. Just a little wide.
Cam Mackey goes back to serve. Ruby Hill comes in a do-si-do exchange.
Mackey down the line this time. Tight ball. Oh, no. The Lady Braves all look at each other and let it drop. Oh, boy, you hate to see that. You know, it was a little high, I think, for Hill to go up and hit it.
Yeah, it wasn't but it was an easy pass.
Yeah, it was still okay for somebody. And there's a shank ball by Frazier. That's an ace by Ireland. 21-17, just like that, a 4-point lead when could have been 1 with that lunch ball. Lady Braves kind of let one go there. Mackey with a nice pass. Hokanson fading out of bounds. She's blocked. She'll give it back and tipped over by Hill. Big swing by Waring. Here's a back set to Christensen. That's dug up. And there's the lefty Waring again down the line.
And she gets it. It's such a different angle from that left hand. But Kelly Walsh goes up 22-17.
3 points away from taking set 1. Lady Braves need a side out. Mackey, bump set, back row Fraser, dug by Ireland. But a free ball from the Trojans. Braves have a chance to run their offense. Tip by Peyton Hokinson.
Oh, and she's going to get it.
She'll get it, that two-handed tip. It does broadcast the tip, but she places it so well and keeps it short that she has success with it.
Maya Allred will serve for the Lady Braves.
22-18, Braves down by 4. Good serve from Maya. Tight ball by Ireland. She does save it. One arm reach.
And nobody's there on the joust. No coverage.
Hill goes up to tip it over, and she's blocked.
By Fago.
Brecken Fago, just a sophomore.
Brecken's kind of a cool name.
I was thinking that earlier during starting lineups. I don't think I've heard that one before. 23-18. Mackey handles the serve. Outside to Peyton Hokinson. She punches it through. Braves staying alive, but they got to get their foot on the gas here and get some points in this rotation.
Peyton Hokinson will serve. Shayla Fraser front row now.
This is the rotation to do it with Fraser front row. Passed up. Outside to the freshman.
And she hits the antenna.
That's Hudson. Just a freshman again. 5'10" freshman, Lillian Hudson. 23-20.
Oh!
The dribbler, there's the ace for Peyton Hokinson. And Jeff Barkell's gonna call a timeout.
A little flabbergasted, I believe.
Yeah, I think Trojans thought this one might be in the books, and Star Valley comes back with 3 straight points and says, hang on a minute, we're not just gonna give it to you.
I think it's a big deal when Jeff actually calls a timeout.
He does not call very many,
no,
honestly. He
this
doesn't
is
have to, right?
A rare moment.
Yeah, he does not have to call timeouts very often because his team is usually in control of the game. So you're right, this is very rare, and it would be kind of interesting to hear what they're talking about. They're pointing to spots on the court, so you know they're talking strategy of where to put this next ball. And if they can execute it, they'll get the side out and be at set point. However,
Lady Braves are fired up. Coach Brown rallying the troops.
You bet. Peyton Hokinson still back to serve.
And getting some last words from Coach Toomer. I think building her up. You can do this. Let's go.
Yeah. Why not? Go for it right here. Hokinson with the serve off the top of the net. Back set this time. Through the block, dug by Mackey. Bump set out to Fraser. She takes a little bit off of it. There's a tight ball.
Oh, Lady
Braves go up
tip
and
it over.
I think Fraser did get a piece of that. And then she pulled her arm back like, maybe I wasn't supposed to reach over and take that.
No, I wanted her to get that.
It was close, but she was aggressive and went for it. 23-22. Another good serve by Peyton. Ireland backpedaling. Tip deep. It's out. Mackey's on the run.
Let's go.
There's that speed from Mackey. She just about beat the ball to the corner and then let it go. And there's Barkell's second timeout.
Oh,
even more rare.
This, like,
is
whoa.
This, right?
Whoa, whoa.
We never see this for sure. This is like one of those moments.
It's like hearing someone say blubber in the middle of a volleyball game. It's that rare.
It's so rare that I can't remember the last time I've seen it, honestly.
Or heard that. Have you ever heard anybody say that?
I don't think I've ever heard anybody
now
say
you have blubber.
Blubber. Makes me think of Wales.
It makes me think of Jim Gaffigan.
Oh, yes. He's got some funny stuff.
Yep.
We are tied at 23.
In the first set. So both teams have used both timeouts now, so we might see some substitution to slow things up. We'll see how this pans out.
Lady Braves looking very loose, but also very intense and focused. Hokinson with another tough one. Outside to the freshman, dug by Allred. Fraser's gonna help out. So Peyton Hokinson's gonna send it over to a deep corner. Nice placement. Ireland goes outside again. There's Mackey. Saved by Hokinson. No!
Oh, she barely clips the net. And I think Bill actually didn't want to call that because her effort was so good.
So close. She was tightrope walking, trying to stay out of it, and he had to call her in it. So 24-23, set point for the Trojans. Oh, short serve, no, and there
that's
it is.
it.
Oh, so close. Lady Braves could taste it and then get the last 2 points up quickly to the Trojans. So, you know, you're going to give the credit, tons of credit to the Lady Braves for hanging in there on that set. But the real challenge is, can they pick up where they left off and play the Trojans tight again?
Well, you know that Kelly Walsh will come back with a new strategy. They're going to come looking for holes. They're going to start picking people apart. That's just part of their game. And Lady Braves need to make sure they're ready to answer.
Well, and that's so hard to do, right? You get that adrenaline going on that first game.
And no time for lollygagging.
You cannot lollygag now in set 2. You have to start with the intensity that you just ended with. And that is so much easier said than done, right?
Right, but Lady Braves just hanging on simply because of their passing. Holy cow, some phenomenal balls were dug by the Lady Braves.
Passing,
Miley
defense,
Webb, Maya, Cam.
good serving.
Cleaning it up in the back row.
No, I agree. Those are some standout moments for the Lady Braves. You know, those midgets in the back row doing their job defensively and with serve receive. And then some good serving from the Lady Braves too. I don't feel like the Trojans hurt us in any one specific area. You know, they're going to attack the ball. They're just good at that. We talked about how good their ball control is, and that allows them to swing at it, right?
Right. Well, and I was proud of the Lady Braves for making Kelly Walsh earn the points, right? I don't feel like we gave them very many easy points. We didn't have a lot of – we had a few unforced errors, however, not like a ton. I didn't like how I wasn't like, oh, wow, that was a lot. You know, it was like normal, good volleyball.
No, I agree. In fact, I can't even hardly think of very many unforced errors besides maybe a missed serve or two that the Lady Braves had. So I'd like to see the Braves hopefully talking a little bit of strategy here in this timeout, finding some of those holes, picking on some players that maybe aren't as strong on serve receive, although Kelly Walsh passes the ball very well.
They do, but just trying to at least serve seams and make them move.
Find somebody who's struggling a little bit today, maybe. And so both teams back on the court here for set 2 in the first semifinal here of the 4A West Regionals at Evanston High School. Second semi will be after this one.
With Evanston and Green River, that will be a fun. Green River looked tough against
Green River
Jackson.
looked good, handled Jackson well, but Evanston has that home court advantage and a loud crowd, so that will be another good semifinal for sure. Here's out of system already for the Trojans.
Oh, we took a swing on an overpass and it just was barely wide.
Frazier got herself just a little out of position there. That was a hard ball to swing at, honestly, and keep it inbounds. She was way over on the left side.
Hodgen will serve.
That would have been hard to cut it back, honestly. Here's Frazier with the pass. Hokanson will go out to Addie Christensen.
Oh,
boom!
she hammers it. Hello, Addie.
Hello. And she's had a couple of those lately. That one rotation, she hits from the outside, and she is starting to have some success out there.
Well, and starting to command some attention from the outside as well.
Her and Hoganson are getting their timing down on that one. Here's a tough pass, and out to Ireland. She cuts it sharp and does not clear the net.
She rammed the stand and made sure the official was okay, which is a classy act by a kid.
You bet.
Shayla Frazier will serve. Peyton Hoganson front row.
There's a perfect pass this time. Quick tempo to Allaire. That's out. It was.
Ooh, it was so fast.
It
looks, that angle was so hard. Lady Braves dodge a bullet.
That's a nice swing, and they like that quick tempo to that 3 area. We call that a 3 set. Kind of halfway between the middle and the outside, and boy, they're good at it. There it is again. She goes the other way, right into Hokanson's lap. Hallie doesn't know what to do with her hands. On that one, it came so quick.
She didn't know she should catch it, deflect it,
punt it,
slap it.
That one came back in a hurry.
Hudson will serve.
Here's Hokanson on the run with a bump set. England knuckleballs it over. Trojans hit that one long. There was a little miscommunication there between setters. Nevertheless, a hitting error gives the ball to the Braves, and they go up 4-2.
With Cameron Mackey.
Ooh, that was a close on that
Ooh.
do-si-do. There's a lunch ball for Hill. Didn't get all of it, so the Trojans cover it. Ireland with the tip. Bump set to Peyton Hokinson. And that one's
she's
in.
deep. Let's go.
Boy, that almost looked like it was going to sail out, and then
I
it
know.
dropped.
I was squeezing my muscles,
mean,
and then I relaxed.
That was the top spin just dropped that ball at the last second. I honestly thought that was going out. Mackey with the serve. Back set this time. Big swing through the block is Allaire. She can do it from everywhere.
And she just looks like she's so strong. I mean, when she hits.
And
It is,
smooth on that approach.
And just powerful.
Very, very pretty. That's what it's supposed to look like, right? Just under control, very relaxed on her approach, and then brings the hammer down. Tough pass this time, knuckled over by Hokinson. Back set to Ireland. She'll go down the line. Mackey's sitting on it. Bump set. Here's Frazier from the back row, and that one's in the net. That one was a tough one to swing at. It was a mile high.
But I like Cameron sitting on that line waiting. I thought she was in a good spot to pick that up. I think that's an adjustment that the Lady Braves have made.
And she is not afraid to dig that hard hit ball. Backpedaling is Hokinson in the middle to Hill. Angle. Middle this time. There's the big block. Hokinson and
Ruby.
Hill. I think Peyton got most of that as Fagot was trying to go right side angle there.
Addie Christensen will have a seat. Maya Allred goes back to serve.
6-4, Braves up by 2. We're in set 2. Here's the pass up by Humphreys, out to Kroger. Two-handed tip, lunch ball. They say Allred got it. Lady Braves will free ball that over. Out to Kroger, and she'll swing hard at that one.
She kind of had an open net.
She did, and she
used it.
mistimed things just a little bit, but still got enough of that to get it to drop in front of Allred. Nice pancake there by Maya, though. Ireland with the serve. Ooh, nice pass there by Allred. Out to Peyton Hokinson. Deep corner shot. Trojans will run it down. They'll free ball it over. Frazier. Hallie Hokinson. Quick in the middle to Hill. One-armed reaches by the Trojans, and Kroger goes down hard. She gets up and is okay. That's twice she's gone down hard in this match.
Oh, to be young.
And to bounce back up like you're made of rubber. I don't think I'm getting up from that one. Peyton Hokinson with the serve. Humphreys, bump set by Ireland. Kroger with the tip. Allred runs it down. Out to Frazier. Off the block, and she gets it.
Lady Braves with some momentum.
8-5. 8-5.
And set 2, in case you're just tuning in.
Peyton Hokinson back to serve again. Braves hanging tough. Nice serve down the line at the freshman. I like that idea. There's the big left-handed swing from Waring, and that's into the net.
So Lady Braves up 9-5.
That's a song.
That's working.
That's work, and the Lady Braves are working hard.
From 9-5, but now it's 9-6. Peyton Hokinson will have a seat. Miley Webb checks in, and we have Buss to serve for Kelly Walsh.
Tristan Buss is a 5'7" senior. Ooh, tough serve. Hill's gonna help it out. Frazier's gonna swing. Again, mistimed it. Shea having a little trouble with her timing on those big, high balls. She's a little frustrated with herself.
Getting a little coaching from the coaches. That's a rocket.
That is, and Cameron's doing everything she can just to slow it down. Frazier gets a hold of that one, though, and off the touch out of bounds. Braves get it back and go up 10-7.
Ruby Hill checks in. Avery England comes in. Ruby Hill rotates back to serve, and Avery England checks in front row.
Ooh, Hill with a good cross-court serve. No blockers. Wow, I'm not sure.
Wide open net. I don't know what happened either, but Fagot capitalizes on that and hammers it down.
I think Lady Braves thought that was going to turn into a free ball, so they were all transitioning off the net to hit, and You can't do that against Kelly Walsh because they will turn that into a swing just like that and make you pay. 10-8, Braves up by 2. Hokanson has to knuckle it over again. Here's a free ball from the Trojans. Webb. Hokanson to Frazier. Punches it through, does Shayla. She gets the kill. And Hallie Hokanson goes back to serve. 11-8.
Addie Christensen
that
also back in.
Here's a tight ball tipped. Hallie Hokanson gets under it. Addie Christensen sets it and smiles about it. Tight ball. Oh, look out.
Here's Waring with a line shot.
You know, that was tight, and she hustled to get to it, and wow.
Crammed that down the line.
Wow. All I can say on that one.
Hodgen will serve. She likes this cross court shot. Right at Shayla.
She'll serve that all the way across. Shayla handles it, gets it back, and that's in.
That is in. A nice line shot by Shayla.
Great shot. 12-9.
Nice passing again for the Lady Braves.
Agreed. Serve receive is not hurting the Braves a bit. In fact, it's helping them right now keep this lead here in set 2.
Shayla Frazier to serve.
Deep serve. Ireland takes it above her head. Kroger will set her. She'll swing at it and get it through the block that time.
A nice high swing by Ireland.
And that's, again, the ball control off of a...
Not a great set.
Yeah, not a great serve receive either, and they still turn it into a kill.
Hudson will serve.
Shayla with the pass. Hokanson has to bump set. Here's a free ball from Peyton. Hodgen, Ireland, Allaire in the middle, and boom. She goes left side this time. She will mix it up. She can go either direction easily. She just gets to pick once she jumps in the air which way she wants to go.
And just like that, they're down just 1 point away from tying us up.
1 point lead for the Braves. Deep serve.
Woo!
It's out. Mackey lets it go.
I wish the girls would follow it to the line and say something.
That one was a hope and a prayer, and it was answered by Mackey and Frazier. 13-11.
Hill checks in. Cam Mackey will serve.
Short serve, passed up by Humphreys. Kroger on the angle, and she cuts it back well. I like the way she brings that ball back when it's pushed out a little bit. You get the Braves defense all shifting to the right, and then she brings it back. Allaire to serve. Ooh, tough serve again. Hokanson's going to have to bump set again. Tight to Peyton. She pushes it deep. Scrambling a little bit are the Trojans. Braves will dig that up. Here's Christensen with the big swing.
She tools it off the block. That's a great swing from Christensen from that right side. She's excited about it, but it's her time to have a seat as Maya Allred will come in to serve.
Addie gets the point, which brings her out of the game, so a little bittersweet there. And 14-12, Braves up by 2. Hodgen's going to back set to Ireland.
Oh! She is blocked by Peyton and Ruby Hill.
Wow.
We will take it.
That was amazing, actually. That was perfect timing by Peyton. She went up, turned her hands back in, and that ball hit the floor so quickly the Trojans didn't even know what had happened.
We wanted them to be flabbergasted, and once again, they were.
That was a flabbergast play for sure. Left them all just staring at each other.
They were in a titter.
There you go.
And Barkdell wants to talk about it, calling once again one of those rare timeouts.
Flabbergasted titter there by the Trojans because of that block by Peyton Hokanson. Nothing builds momentum more than a big stuff block or just crushing the ball on a kill, right?
Oh, and I love the sound of a stuffed ball like that. That just comes off the block hard, you can hear it, and then it hits the ground.
It ricochets like a pinball very, very quickly, and no way you're going to cover that and play it up. So 15-12, Lady Braves up by 3 here in set 2. They dropped set 1, 23-25. We were tied at 23. And Lady Braves had a chance to win that first set, but they are fighting for it here. Allred serves that one into the net. She says, my bad. Don't want to see that out of the timeout.
She says, Maya bad.
My bad. She says, sorry about that, guys. I'll make up for it here with a pass.
And she does.
She does. She nails it. Hill with the swing.
Oh,
There's
off
the
the
kill.
block.
Ruby Hill, nice set from Allred, or sorry, from Hokinson. The pass from Allred.
And
on
Kelly
the money.
Walsh's block was a little bit off the net, and they were able to use that to their advantage. Peyton Hokinson to serve.
16-13, deep serve, passed up by Humphreys, out of system again. Here's the swing from Waring, dug by Mackey. Hokinson on the run, on her horse, and played over free ball. Wow, nice dig by Hokinson. Oh! Tight to the net. Sorry, that was Mackey.
But Mackey, a heads-up play as that ball came over in 2 instead of 3.
That was so smart by Waring to swing at that, and man, can she swing, and Cameron's sitting there waiting for it. Wow. 2-point lead for the Braves. Neither nice serve. Allred's passes. Frazier has to help.
Oh, we crossed the line.
Yeah, Frazier goes over the line there trying to save it. This is another tough serve here from Buss. 16-15, Braves up by 1. Boy, that is another rocket off of the rafters. Braves stay with it and play it, and they will free ball that over. Humphreys up to Ireland. Quick in the middle. Braves are there on the block. Tight ball.
Oh,
and
no.
It's blocked.
We had an
Hokinson.
Opportunity and kind of missed it on that.
Yeah, Hallie just playing it too soft there, trying to just get it over. And I missed who that was, said, no thank you, we'll take that.
All right.
And there's a long serve that time by Buss. We will take that too.
Yeah, once again, dodging a bullet as that serve is
a literal bullet, right?
a silver bullet.
17-16. Ireland's going to back set this time. Frazier got a piece of the block. Hokinson will give it to her. And she punches it through. So nice turnaround for the Lady Braves. Was that Webb on the dig?
It was, just sitting there lined up
on
perfectly.
That right side. 18-16, Hill with the serve. Ireland jump sets. Down the line, Webb's there. Hokinson saves it. Oh, Lady Braves try to keep it.
They tried so hard on that.
Oh, and Hallie just about takes a facial into the railing over there. I'm glad she got stopped. Good effort, though. 18-17, Braves up by 1. Humphreys with the serve. Good pass by Webb. Frazier, big swing, overpass. Frazier again. Ireland sets a lair quick in the middle. Mackey's there, but they're going to call Frazier in the net. It's a couple times Shayla's been called in the net. She's going up trying to block tough and just following through onto the tape. We're tied at 18. Ooh, off of 2 Lady Braves. I think they collided on that, but they both look to be okay. Webb and Allred.
And talking, which sometimes that's not a bad sign. Both girls are going after it.
Yeah.
Just need to talk a little bit.
I swear those two could be sisters, those little midget twins down there.
Well, the dark hair and even look how they stand with their hands on their hips. It's adorbs.
It is adorbs, you're right. Yeah, those are 2 good kids, and they're both working hard. But Coach Brown's going to call a timeout and give them a little breather here as Trojans take the lead 19-18 here in set 2
of a battle.
Yeah, and this is what we were hoping for, right? For the Lady Braves to battle with the Trojans, the #1 team from the Northwest side. And they are. I'm pleasantly surprised at how well the Lady Braves are hanging with the Trojans, because the Trojans are just a great program.
Oh, they are.
They just roll over people, and the Lady Braves
are not getting rolled on.
Stepping up and saying, not tonight. We're going to give you everything we got, and they are.
So each team with a timeout as we're ending this second set with Humphreys to serve.
Here's Webb with a good pass. Jump set, Frazier in the middle.
Off
she
the
gets
block.
the kill. Changed it up a little bit. I like it. And we're tied at 19.
That one deserves a yee doggy because that was good.
I like it. The pass was on spot, and timing between Hoganson and Frazier was perfect. Good pass by Kroger. Ireland will back set to the lefty.
Oh, we needed to close that. We only had one up on the block.
One blocker. You know, Ireland's back set is deceiving. She looks like she's going to go outside, and to a young, inexperienced middle blocker like Avery England, that is hard to read. You know, no fault of her. She just hasn't played that position a lot, and she's doing the best she can out there. Here's a big swing by Christensen, and she gets it again. Addie's got to be about 100% from that outside spot.
Addie Luhu, that's who.
You bet.
Who is killing it.
We nicknamed her KFC earlier in the season because of all her chicken wings, and she's going to get a new nickname if she keeps hammering it from the outside.
They called, whoa. They did call a touch on that.
I think so.
No line judge called it, but the official said, yeah, there was a piece of ball that got touched. So Hudson will serve for Kelly Walsh.
21-20, Trojans lead by 1. Braves hanging in there as we go down the stretch here of set 2. Peyton Hoganson with a good pass. Quick in the middle to England. Oh, nice play.
Oh!
And it drops between 2 Trojans. You do not see that very often either.
You do not.
Those were 2 setters that looked at each other and let it drop between them. I think Jeff might have gathered a little gray hair from that one, a little more. He's only got a little up there. Ooh, big block again.
Oh, just out. It was so good.
Peyton Hoganson up there again. She's like, I like this blocking stuff. And just out of bounds. So Trojans go up 22-21 with Allaire back to serve. You'd like to see her in the back row. Deep serve. Hoganson plays it. 3 Braves keep it in play. Peyton sends it over quickly. Here's Kroger from the outside.
Tight ball.
That's a tight ball. Braves try to keep it alive, and they're going to end up calling Ruby Hill in the net as she tried to help it. Coach Brown's going to take her second timeout. Braves trail 23-21 in another tight set. I'm going to say it again. I love how these Lady Braves are playing. The Trojans close.
And do you know what? Look at them. They're still having fun, even though the score is tight. They're not, or close. They're not tight.
Yeah.
They just look like they're firing on all cylinders and peaking and playing some really good volleyball.
And like we talked about, they're playing with that attitude that, hey, we have nothing to lose here, right? We're just going to go for this.
I know, and defense. Gosh, that defense is looking good.
I agree. And you look at the Trojan timeout huddle down here. Very serious faces, talking strategy, obviously. And you see that with teams that have played a lot, right? Like they almost lose that emotion, I think, when you've played a lot. And
it's just not as exciting for you because you've done it a billion times.
It's true. And I don't know if I like it, honestly. Where's the fun in it? Yeah, you're winning, but are you really having fun?
Are you having fun?
Here's Frazier with the pass. Hoganson will go out to her sister Peyton. Dug up. Hodgen on the run. Kroger's blocked. Ireland covers it. Hodgen will give it back to Ireland on that right side. There's a pancake. Nope, Mackey does not get under it. She tried.
Smart shot by Ireland. Up over the block as Cam was waiting for that line shot that they've burned us on several times.
Yeah, set point, 24-21 for the Trojans. Allaire set to serve. That ball's deep.
And it's out.
Oof.
And it is out.
Barely. Good call by the Lady Braves to let it go. Out by about 6 inches is all.
Maya Allred checks in. Addie has a seat. Addie, boy, she's playing well.
I agree. She's coming in and doing well and contributing in her position. Allred with the serve. Set point number 2 for the Trojans. Tight ball. Frazier digs it. Hill in the middle.
Oh, drops it in the hole.
Ruby gets the little off-speed shot. 23-24. Braves within 1. Still fighting. Set point number 3 for the Trojans. Allred serves. Oh, you hate to see that one.
Into the net.
In the net. That will be set 2. Same score as set 1. 23-25. Braves go down 0 sets to 2. Trojans in a lead, but I wouldn't say it's a comfortable lead. I don't feel like the Lady Braves are out of this match. Yet they're playing well. Like you said, they're staying loose. You don't see any,
Like, oh crap.
yeah, you know, you don't see any anxiety. You don't see any down faces. They're still talking to each other. Avery's singing as she,
A little
and
Bruno
Shayla's
Mars
dancing.
with a little bit of schmooze between games. Not such a bad thing.
No, that's what you want to see in this situation. Just loose and relaxed and having fun together. 'Cause like we said, that's what it's about, honestly. And
Well, if you win and you have fun, then it's a win, right?
then
if you
that's ideal.
win and you're like, meh,
Just another win. Is it really
it's a win.
fun? Yeah, I don't know. I can remember years ago when Cokeville went on their streak of multiple state champions in volleyball, and this memory just is still in my mind. I can remember they won state for probably, you know, 5th or 6th time in a row when Chad Tigert was coaching then. And there was really no celebration when they won. And they went to the middle and they just did a cheer that all they said was state. And then they just kind of went back to their bench.
And that is burnt into your memory.
It really is. And I remember thinking, wow, they just won a state championship. And because usually you see girls screaming and jumping on each other.
Crying,
Yeah.
emotional, craziness.
And, you know, they said state, and they went about their day.
And then they went and ate a sandwich, and it was over.
Right. And I don't know. To me, I'll just never forget that because I remember thinking, wow, you know, that's not that big a deal to those girls, where your average teenage girl is.
Like, that's a big deal. You've been part
It's
of
a
a
very
state
big deal.
championship. I have it.
It's a
like,
big
it's
deal.
so, like, it is, it's so fun. And
At
it
that
should be
point in
celebrated.
your life, yeah, it is. It's a big deal for
Yeah.
a teenage girl, right? And I'm just happy to see these Lady Rays having fun. Yeah, they're down 2-0 here, but I'm not going to count them out, honestly.
Well, and I don't think Coach Barkdale can count them out after these first 2 sets.
Agreed.
I think maybe, like, I don't know. I don't want to say, have they poked a bear? Because I don't want to.
I hope so.
But I want it to be.
I hope the bear is angry here. The bear is loose. I can see still some dance moves going on out there. It might be a circus bear that they've poked.
Now I picture a bear riding a tricycle. Why would you do that to
And
me?
juggling.
And juggling. I think my head must have shrunk.
with
I'm
a-
having a
a
hard time with
tiny-
this headset.
A tiny hat and some music.
A bow tie. And his name is Humphrey. Humphrey the bear from Disney
Yeah.
cartoons.
Hopefully that's the kind of bear
It is.
that has been poked.
We've set it in stone. All right, so Hodgen will serve. Lady Brave set for serve receive. We have Mackey, Webb, and Allred all waiting to receive this ball.
Ooh, good serve. Webb gets under it. Frazier's going to help it, and England's going to send it over short. Hodgen will give it out to Humphreys, and she goes wide.
A lot wide.
She tried to cut it back. Again, she's just a freshman, but she's got some good size out there, and that's not a bad idea to cut that back. Here's a good serve from Hallie Hokinson, out of system. So there's the freshman. Sorry, that's Hudson. I get her and Humphreys mixed up. Frazier with a big swing. Hodgen goes quick in the middle to Allaire. She's blocked. Chicken wing back over to the Lady Braves. Out to Frazier. Dug up by Humphreys. Tight ball. Fought for.
Ooh.
Frazier has to hustle with her
Oh.
left hand and gets it. Wow. So Lady Rays come out fighting in a long rally.
Oh, and I love it. And Kelly Walsh is probably thinking, that's Widdershins, which means that's unlucky in Scottish language.
Widdershins.
Widdershins.
Oh, and there's another Widdershins.
That's also Widdershins.
Very Widdershins on the long serve there by Hokinson. So 2-1. Braves up by a point.
And Hudson set to serve for Kelly Walsh.
Frazier with the pass. Outside to Christensen. There's that money play, but Addie was due for a hitting error there, and I think the timing was off a little bit on that
A
one.
tiny bit, but we'll give her that one as she's almost 100%,
Yeah,
according to my memory.
She's batting 1,000 out there on that. On this one rotation, she hits on the outside. Ooh, Mackey and Frazier fight over that one, so Hokanson saves it, and Lady Braves will free ball. Hodgson goes middle to Allaire. Webb plays it off her shoulder. Frazier reaches high well on that one. Out to Kroger, off the hands. Mackey's there. Frazier from the outside. She's blocked. Whoa, Lady Braves save it. Keep it alive and free ball it over. Hodgins goes middle to Allaire again.
Hey!
Oh, it drops down the front of the Braves blockers.
I thought it was on their side.
I did too, and Avery England's like, oh, she knew she had her. It just punched it through. It's hard to tell what side it did actually drop on. Hudson serves again, deep ball. Out to Christensen. She saves it with her left hand. Here's Kroger. Nope.
No touch.
Nope. Are we
Yeah,
going to call it?
she caught it. Did you see Addie had to hit? She sprinted around the middle
To
block,
block.
and then she got up.
It's a good thing she's fast.
And,
Because
and
that
springy.
is a
And
long way to cover.
On that chicken wing play, I'm pretty sure she had a chicken wing in that.
She probably did. Back set this time. Ooh, Frazier digs it. Big swing by Allaire. There she is again, and they block her this time. Lady Braves playing phenomenal defense. Oh, and Hokanson got stuck on that one. She was kind of there, dropped to her knees, and couldn't go anywhere.
Stuck a hand out, but
So 4-3. Trojans up by a point.
But Allaire rotates back to serve, so we
Yeah.
need to capitalize on this.
You know, Lady Braves are handling her well, though, on that front row.
On that block, right?
Yeah,
That's the best
and
we've ever
digging.
blocked.
Definitely digging very well, too. England with the set. I think her and Hokanson miscommunicated. Avery was
Avery
not
was
ready.
not ready at all for that.
And Hallie was not aware of that. So those two just not communicating on that attack. Avery, she's got to come from the right side here and swing around and hit middle in this rotation, which is a little tricky. Good pass again by Mackey. Peyton Hokanson gets blocked.
By Ireland, who's
Couple of
waiting.
chicken wings again there. Lady Braves maybe going to KFC for dinner tonight. We'll see as the chicken wings are coming out again. I am not a fan of the chicken wing, if you have not figured that out yet.
Oh, and net serve by Allaire, so Lady Braves get the ball back with Mackey to serve and a do-si-do. Ruby Hill comes in, Avery England comes out. I like it when Cam serves. She seems to look for places that are holes. And
4-6. Hodgson's going to go outside to Kroger. There's a block by Hill. Right side to Ireland. Roll shot. Addie Christensen's there waiting for it. Here's Hokanson with a big high set. Sharp angle. Ooh, that could have been a double. And that's
That is
out.
out.
It is.
I was nervous that we didn't look like we were reacting to the swing, but it went out, so I will let that
We're
slide.
kind of sitting right on that end line here on the Lady Braves court, and it was.
Oh!
There's the ace by Cameron.
And that's what we talked, that's what I was saying. She just seems to pick up some aces. She's strategic about where she serves.
Oh, that was sneaky. She just dropped that one over the net, and it just died. There's another one. Back set to Ireland. That one gets through the block that time. Hokanson and Hill just not quite getting it closed off. So Trojans go up 7-6. We're in set 3.
And Brown is telling them to move the block a little bit. I like if we would make that adjustment.
Another good serve from Ireland. Lady Braves handle it and get the kill.
There's Peyton Hokanson with a big swing.
I think the Lady Braves side out percentage tonight is probably the best they've had all
I agree.
season. They are
And we don't seem to be stuck in the same rotations as
No.
sometimes we do.
not giving up points, a lot of points in one rotation. Allred with the deep serve. Outside this time too, wearing the lefty. It's long, no touch. And there it is. Lady Braves go up 8-7 here in set 3. They have had the lead multiple times tonight. And Allred serves it in the net. I think she's had 3 now. Maya, she's kicking herself, and she turns to Coach Toomer and says, "What am I doing?"
Says you're dropping your elbow. I can't read
Yeah.
lips or the back of
But
people's
body
head, but I can
language.
watch arms.
There's the serve right at Allred. Hokanson has to knuckleball it over, and
Hudson is there waiting
Yeah.
and slams that down.
Hudson says thank you very much.
Don't mind if I do.
You bet. So we're Trojans up 9-8. Another good serve from Buss. Bump set, standing swing from Peyton. Tough ball for Ireland. She does save it. Oh!
I don't know about
Wow.
that. What's your thoughts?
Two-handed stuff. That one I felt like was okay because she did keep it out in front of her, and like we talked about earlier, she was kind of on her way down. We saw Frazier do that earlier in this match. And it all depends on where the contact starts, right? There's a nice swing by Hokanson. Oh, they cannot keep that alive after a great effort from Buss. And 10-9, Braves trail by 1.
Shayla Frazier rotates front row. Peyton Hokanson will serve. Deep.
That's way deep. That one, everybody knew that one was out from the hand. Peyton just hit that one a little bit.
And she'll have a seat. Miley Webb checks in, and we have Humphreys, the libero, to serve for the Trojans.
9-11. Braves down by 2 here in set 3.
Oh,
Serving
and a net
error.
serve.
Serving error that time by Humphreys.
I'm not going to complain about an easy one for the Lady Braves. We'll take it.
We'll
Avery,
take
yeah.
every one of those, right?
Avery England will check in, and Ruby Hill will serve.
Here's Ireland with the jump set out to Hudson. Nice dig that time by Ruby in the back row. Frazier is dug. Tight ball, one-handed set. Wow. For Ireland to Allaire. That's when you know you've played a lot together.
Well, and you and I had the conversation about that one-handed set is so common in college, and we're seeing it more and more at the high school level. But it's such a game changer, I think, for.
And it's so hard to do and control. It's almost like you tip it and keep it on your own side. You tip it to your hitter, right?
Yeah, interesting.
Ooh, tight ball. Hokanson's front row. She can tip that over and does. So here's a free ball for the Lady Braves. Jump set out to Frazier.
She's going to get it.
Nice high-speed tempo set and swing.
Maya Allred rotates out. Addie Christensen comes in, and Hallie Hokanson will serve.
I like that quick tempo between Hokanson and Frazier. Teams are going to have a hard time blocking that. Here's Allaire. Got a piece of it. Frazier gets under it. Back to her, and through the block. Again, the defense coming up big for the Lady Braves. Christensen and England get a piece of Allaire's block and slow it down so the Braves can turn it around. Tough pass here from Kroger. Ireland has to save it. Free ball. Mackey, Hokanson, Frazier.
Oh, a little time, and Ireland and Allaire are there to push that one back down.
Gia Ireland says, not this time.
Her teammate about shoved her over.
Wow. That was pretty.
Hudson.
Shayla went for it again, but there was the Ireland wall.
Hudson
And
picks up an ace.
There's the ace as Frazier shanks that pass in that left front area where nobody can get to it. So hard. Shayla shakes it off. Braves trail by 2, 14-12. Hudson with the serve.
Oh.
Ooh, in the net. Did not look like it was going in the net and died a little too soon.
Shayla Frazier will rotate to the back row. Peyton Hokanson comes in. The front row, we have Avery England, Addie Christensen, and Peyton.
13-14. Braves down by 1. Back set this time to Allaire. She cuts sharp angle.
Oh, and clips the line. That was a great shot by
That
Allaire.
was. Put her thumb down, crossed her body, and found that sideline across the court. I think she caught Hallie Hokanson a little unaware. Hallie not expecting that to come her way. 13-15. Braves trail by 2. Hokanson will go out to her sister. Peyton with the swing down the line. Dug by Hodgen. Here's Kroger. She's blocked. Nice coverage there by the Trojans. They'll free ball this over. Mackey's there. Back set to Christensen. Off the block. Allaire up to Hodgen. out to Kroger, down the line, and Hallie again doesn't know what to do on that dig. She looks at the coaching staff. I'd like to see her maybe even take a step back and dig that ball.
And Sunny's saying, hey, get a chuck up on that and try to push that into the air so we can play it.
Be ready for it. It's coming at you. You can handle that heat. It is a lot of heat. Christensen with the big swing.
With some heat of her own.
That's dug over the net. So here's Hokanson to Hokanson. Tip ball. Tipped back. Mackey's sitting there waiting for that one. Here's Ireland. Middle. Blocked. Swung. Oh, on two is Kroger. That's a nice play, catching the Lady Braves.
With no block, a wide open net, so she hammers it down.
You know, Braves not expecting that second ball to be swung at. Still transitioning in defense. So Coach Brown's going to call a timeout as they trail 13-17. This has been a close set and a close match all the way through, but the Trojans have built a 4-point lead, which is one of the biggest leads I think we've seen all match.
It's been a 1 to 2 point game, like majority of the whole match.
Right, almost the whole way. It has been close, and it feels like a 4-point lead feels like a lot. Even
but
though,
it's not.
No, it's definitely not,
it's
and
not.
still partway through this set here. Lady Braves still within striking distance. Definitely not going to count them out here at all.
No, and we need to be finical and prolong. Like, we need to get this so we can prolong this match.
Finifugal.
Finifugal, excuse me.
I don't know.
Finifugal.
Sometimes I wonder where these come from, honestly. if you haven't listened to us before with these Lady Braves, they're such a fun group of kids, and this was a tradition started last year. They give us these words, sometimes these outrageous words to try it, and they challenge us to work them into this broadcast, and it is just that, a challenge. Hokanson to Hokanson to Hokanson, who is blocked
by Ireland
and Allaire, I believe. Nope, Allaire is serving, so that would be the other middle.
Hodgen, yes?
No, Hodgen is setting.
Oh.
Can't see her number right now. I'll know it when I see it. Here's a back
11.
set to Christensen. Off the block. Dug up. Here's Kroger. Ooh, and it finds the end line. So Trojans come out of the timeout and rack up 2 points quickly and take a 19-13 lead. Brecken. That's Fago in the middle there.
Yeah, that's what I figured after when she turned and I could see her number.
Ooh, another good serve. Peyton with the pass. Hallie will give it back to her. Two-handed tip. Oh, Ireland says right back at you. Gonna get that one up a little higher than that because Gia jumps very well.
And she has very long arms.
Yes. 20-13. Lady Braves need a side out. Allaire with the serve. Overpass. Here come the Trojans, quick in the middle, 2 Fago, and she punches that one through on England and Christensen.
They're there, just have to push a little bit harder. Everything was set up, the timing looked good.
Yeah. Coach Brown's gonna call her second and final timeout as things are getting away from the Lady Braves here. 21-13, Trojans up here in set 3 with a 2-set lead. Although both set 1 and set 2 very close, 25-23 in both of them. Again, no disappointment here on the way the Lady Braves are playing. They are giving the Trojans everything they can handle in this semifinal match. They've had the lead multiple times, definitely not been down or got down on anybody.
No, and just playing some really good volleyball at the right time of year. In fact, we might not get this one, Coach, but I wouldn't be surprised if we bounced back up and saw them in the championship tomorrow. I would love a rematch if this just doesn't quite pan out.
I don't think they can come back around.
They can't come back?
Is that what you mean?
Yeah.
Lady Braves?
No, you're right. They won't.
It's not a double elimination. That's what you're meaning. Oh, England with a big swing on the right side, but she goes wide that time. So 22-13. And Trojans just 3 points away.
With Allaire to serve.
She's been serving quite a bit here down this stretch. Peyton to Hallie, back to Peyton. Sharp angle, and she gets it. So Peyton with the kill to get the side out for the Lady Braves. 22-14 with Mackey to serve. Ireland. Hodgson will give it to her on the slide. Nice block by the Lady Braves. Tight ball, saved by Hokanson and Mackey. Pushed deep by Peyton. There's a lunch ball. Hill tries to get up on it. That's
out.
Hit out by Fago. So Braves will keep it. Staying alive. 22-15. Mackey serves. Outside to Kroger. Down the line.
I think that hit the antenna, yes.
That got some pin. Line judge on it. 22-16. Braves on a 3-point swing. Building some momentum. Another nice deep serve. Back set to Ireland. Little off tempo. Braves are going to play it up. Hokanson swings. Here's Fago. That one gets
caught up in the net.
Yeah, I'm not sure it got blocked, but two Braves there anyways in case it did clear the net. So Trojans struggling just a little bit.
Sorry.
Mackey with the serve. 22-17. Oh, and Kroger says that's enough. She goes down the line, finds the corner. Trojans side out.
And that ball is hitting hard because you and I both have on these headphones that muffle a lot of the sound, and it makes a pretty good
You can still hear
thud.
it very well. Ireland with that wicked serve. Braves scramble and free ball it over. Ireland will go quick to Kroger, and Fraser can't get under it as it's coming in a hurry. So match point for the Trojans here in semifinal 1. Ireland with the serve. Oh, and the Braves able to get one there and hold off
as they cross the net
on the swing there. So 24-18, match point number 2 for the Trojans. Maya Allred to serve. Ooh, short serve. They do get under it. Here's Kroger. And they punch it through the block. And Trojans will win 25-18 in set 3. Yep, they will go on to the championship match, which is tomorrow afternoon at 3 o'clock.
And we will be playing
winner of Jackson and Rock Springs, he says. So Lady Braves drop down to match 10, which is at 1:30 tomorrow. And yes, they will play the winner of Jackson and Rock Springs. We anticipate that will be Jackson if I had to put some money down on it.
And that's going to be a battle as Jackson and Star Ballet kind of have a rivalry and both rise up to the occasion of playing each other.
Yeah. So Lady Braves dropped the semifinal match in 3 sets, although it did not feel like a sweep.
And it did not feel like a loss, if I'm going to be honest. Lady Braves played some phenomenal volleyball. Serve receive looked great. Defense looked great. Hitting overall, there wasn't as many errors as what we've seen in the past from the Lady Braves.
And unforced errors either. They just played toe-to-toe with one of the top 2 teams in the state, right? Kelly Walsh right there with Laramie as the big dogs. And I felt like Star Valley hung with them every step of the way.
Yeah, so they don't need to fill any way sucks at all because, you know, they played really well.
I don't know on that one.
Just give it to me, will you?
What sucks?
What sucks?
I don't know on that one. Some of these are hard to figure out how to even say.
Well, there are a bunch of Scottish words that they threw at us tonight.
Yeah, okay, we're going to have to put a rule in that no foreign language words because we have no idea how to pronounce these things.
They just make us look silly.
I think that is the goal, and they may have accomplished it today, honestly. I feel a little silly saying some of them. But kudos to the Lady Braves for...
And to the coaches making some adjustments during
Yeah.
the match to be able to compete with Kelly Walsh.
I feel very confident about where the Lady Braves are at this point in the season. Yes, they do drop down into that consolation bracket, and tomorrow is win or go home, right? A win tomorrow qualifies them for the state tournament, and they would advance into the third, fourth place match, which would then be at 4:30. But a loss tomorrow and your season is over, and definitely not something the Lady Braves want at this point. I would love to see them qualify for the state tournament and play another week and go see what they can do over there in Casper and surprise some people. So we will be back with that game tomorrow, pending any more laptop breakdowns.
I think we're good.
I do too. I like the look of our new laptop.
We've got some stuff.
It's
going
sharp.
on.
It is not a heavy beast like the old one. It's sleek. it's it's smooth, and kudos again. Thank you. Shout out to Sage Jacobson for helping us out and bringing you this broadcast with all of our difficulties, and David Kazare again for all he does for SVI. You guys are great. So we're going to close it out and watch this other semifinal match. Evanston Red Devils taking on Green River Wolves. This could be a good one too, obviously. Evanston with the home court advantage.
No, but both teams playing really well.
Yeah, very, very good matchup when you look at both teams on paper, record-wise. And I would have to look to see exactly how they've gone this.
I know. I was wondering the same thing. I should have had that pulled
yeah,
up.
what they've done when they've played each other. I'm going to venture, if I had to guess, I'll bet you they've split, honestly. But it's hard for me to say. That's just a guess. So, again, we're going to close it out. Brandy Taylor, Patience Jeekins for SVI Media, Star Valley Volleyball here at the 4A West Regional in Evanston. We'll be back tomorrow afternoon at approximately 1:30.
Now, let's be aware.
Approximately.
Tournaments do not usually run on time, so even though we are at 1:30, it might not be till later.
Odds are it will be later than 1:30.
So just keep checking if you're interested.
Yes, games do start at 9 o'clock tomorrow. There's one slated for 9, 10:30, noon, and then the Lady Braves at 1:30. So 3 matches before the Braves game could very easily put the schedule behind, and volleyball always runs behind. It doesn't matter how you schedule things, and tournament time, there's always extra sets. So yeah, definitely don't give up on us if we are not on the air at 1:30, because we will be once the Lady Braves are slated to start. So we will be back with more Star Valley Volleyball on SVI Media tomorrow at 1:30. Go Braves.